Rachel and I got married on June 14th, 1969, correct?
Correct.
Crab Orchard Baptist Church. We had dated for a number of years before that when we were in college. I was up at Ohio University, she was down at Marshall. I traveled the road every weekend. I lived in the bottom of a funeral home, in the basement of a funeral home, and drove ambulances for my room and board that was there. When I graduated in photography. That's a 4-year degree in professional photography. It's unheard of at the time. I then went out and tried to find a job doing that. So after interviewing with about, how many?
20.
20 different corporations, I got 20 rejections, 10 of them in the mail. Rachel interviewed one time with Bryce Waterhouse. She got a job immediately in Big Ten accounting in Pittsburgh. I had no job. We had already set our wedding date, June 14th, okay? And the graduation was going to happen just about 2 weeks before that. I'm in the basement of a funeral home on my knees, praying into an army cot that I slept on to say, God, give me a place to go. But God did truly answer that prayer. And I found a posting at OU that said there was a job in Columbus, Ohio for a photographer. But that particular day I got up, I had my dad's Barracuda, and I got in that Barracuda and I drove all the way, didn't know where I was going, didn't know where Ohio State University was on campus. I got lost in Columbus. I was up at Northland somewhere trying to find the university, finally did get there. And I went in to interview with no announcement. They're not looking for me or anything. I go into, I don't know, the dean's office. That seemed logical. And Dean Cole was brand new. He'd just been appointed dean. He hadn't moved out of his office where he was chairman of pathology. As he was leaving, this is a true story, as he was leaving, he looked at me and said, son, why are you sitting here? And I said, I hear you have a job and I'm interested in applying for it. He turned to the secretary and said, I can see it like it's today. He said, do we have a job in photography? She went through the green sheets to find it and said, yes, we do have. And he said, well, come in here and sit down and talk to me. I did not know at the time, but Dean Cole was very interested in photography himself. He hired me on the spot that day. I couldn't believe it. Rachel's already got a job. She's going to Pittsburgh as an accountant. They're offering her $2,000 to $3,000 more a year than they were offering me. And in those days, I think my starting salary was $7,000. And so she's getting quite a bit more money. I called her on the phone, elated. And I said, I got a job. She said, where is it? I said, it's in Columbus, Ohio. She said, we've never been to Columbus, Ohio. I said, well, what do you think? She said, let's go to Columbus. Man, that was amazing. And we did. We went to Columbus, we didn't know a soul here. We found this church called Lincoln Baptist Church. We were both raised in a church. Rachel comes from a large family. She was raised in a church. And so that was our number one goal, was to be able to find a church that we could attend. And so we did that. We were blessed with a daughter that was born into our family, Christiane. And I'm so proud of them and for my grandchildren. All of them are at Ohio State University. Go Bucks, okay? They paid my salary for 37 years. And so it's an amazing story. All because of God. All because you got on your knees and prayed.